Hey guys, Larios here. I'm back with another unboxing, and this is my unboxing for Beyblade X's version of Dranzer Spiral. This is really cool and really surprising. I do have a lot to say about this. So let's just quickly talk about this box. In my other unboxings for Beyblade X, I didn't go over the box too much just because I went over the box design for them during my big unboxing of the Beyblade X Stadium set. But for this it's different because let me just grab a Wizard Arrow here just so you guys can see. As you can see, there's a difference in these boxes. And yeah, I just wanted to go over it, not just because of the differences, but because of the nostalgia as well. So up here we've got Beyblade X, and then we've got Kai, who is the owner of Beyblade X, Beyblade X00, so it's a special Beyblade. And then we've got some promotion for how it looks. We've got Takered up here, and then we've got the Bakuto and Shoot Beyblade logo, which is the first generation of Beyblade, the Plastic Gen. Now, for those of you that don't know or are new to my channel, I've been with Beyblade my entire life since the Plastic generation. So it's pretty cool that they're remaking this now. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, so since the Plastic generation, which is when this originally came from, I've been with Beyblades, but I didn't really have many. I only had one until the Metal generation came. Technically, I had two or three, but over many years, for most of my life, I only had one from the Plastic gen. Then the Metal saga came, which was the second generation, and yeah, I've been making videos for over 10 years now because of the Metal generation. So it's pretty cool that we are going straight from one generation ending and the next one starting, with Burst ending, now X beginning. What's pretty cool about this box is that it is, I'm assuming, very reminiscent of how the original box for the original Beyblade series looked for Dranzer. We got this logo over here to indicate it is right spinning Beyblade. We've got Dranzer here in the back, which is a beautiful artwork, and then Kai here. Dranzer was the Bit Beast, basically the avatar for this Beyblade. And then we've got BX01. I just love how this looks. Like, it matches this so well. Like, it's just straight out nostalgia in a way. Beyblade X Dranzer Spiral 380T, and then we've got 25th Beyblade Anniversary Road to 25. So yeah, Beyblade is basically as old as I am. I'm 26 at the moment. So yeah, like I said, I literally grew up with Beyblade. It's been an important thing in my entire life. One cool thing that I noticed here is that we don't really have the specific color associated with this, such as we did with the previous ones. And then this one is a booster, so there is no ripcord with this. It is a balance type, I believe. Yep, balance type. And yeah. So we've got some promotional artwork here. We've got Dranzer Spiral, and then we've got 380, and then Tapered for the bit. 380 is the ratchet, and then the blade is 380. So pretty cool. I like that they're calling this like blade now, like the layer is now being called blade, because in the Plastic gen, when we're trying to shorten it, for example, this is my Bey Night Shield, so I forgot the name for a second. So yeah, we would say in the Plastic gen, this is my Blade Night Shield. And then in the Metal generation, they switched it to saying Bey. And then, so yeah, they're still calling these, like the short name, they're still calling them Beys, rather than Blade in the series. But Blade is now taking the name for the layer, basically, or the fusion wheel from the Metal generation. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so this is interesting because they're now remaking the Plastic generation, and I think they announced that they're going to be remaking the Metal generation, and they're going to be remaking some Burst as well, which is really surprising because we didn't get any remakes of the plastic generation during the metal generation. And then when the burst generation came, we got a remake of the main Beyblades. So from the plastic gen and then a few from the metal gen. They really should have continued the metal gen as well. And they didn't even really finish the plastic gen. They didn't do HMS and a couple of other bays as well. Like in the plastic gen, people just kept giving away different upgrades for your Beyblades in the show. So there was many variations of Dragoon and Dranzer. But yeah, for the metal generation, it wasn't like that. Then the burst generation kind of just gave Volt and Shu like 100 different variations on Valkyrie. But anyway, so it was pretty cool. It was a very special event, you know, and I guess for the 20th anniversary for the plastic gen and then the 20th anniversary for the metal gen. So the fact that they're now trying to celebrate 25 years, I do think it's a little too soon because we literally just got a new anniversary set a few months ago. But I'm not complaining. And the fact that they're releasing this with everything at once, that's pretty cool. So I guess they're going to be releasing these anniversary ones pretty frequently, as opposed to with the burst one where they kind of just slammed everything in the last few years. So yeah, let's just get into this. There is a code in here that I do want to put on the app once that's released. Sorry, it's already released, but once I get it, I do gotta wait for the battle pass to arrive though. Okay, now one difference is that these Beyblades here don't have, well, you can still see that, but these Beyblades here don't have stickers. And a big difference here is that this one does. So it's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna put stickers on them. Where is this? So yeah. So there's the stickers. And I guess they're not showing the Alright, so we got stickers instructions here. And then all the other instructions as well. Kind of curious real quick. So yeah, they didn't include this for the boosters for some reason. The skill up guide, so I'm just going to show it here as well. But I kind of want to see what they did differently, because they did put stickers on that, but not this one. So I just want to... Yeah, the instructions here are a little bit different too. And I don't think I showed the backside in any of these videos. Interesting. So yeah, that's the backside. But yeah, I guess that the instructions are a little bit different because it is a booster. There is no cross-gen warning here though. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's now just get into the Beyblade itself. I do think that they could have packaged this a little bit simpler. Let's go. Hold on, okay. That was a lot harder than it was supposed to be. Alright, so let's look at Tapered. This is now the second Tapered I have, because the first one came with Hell Scythe. So yeah, we do have... I really like this color, it's pretty cool. This is now, you know, like I said, the second version, technically third if you want to count the original, of Dranzer S. And got 380, which is pretty cool. It is 380, right? Yeah, 380. Interesting. So yeah, not clear, just a solid color. So this is the third one that we have. And there are some good things and some bad. Oh wow, this is actually a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. So we got some good things and some bad things about this. I really like this blue, it's so cool. So yeah, we got some good things and some bad things about this. Let's go with the good thing first. This is a lot more accurate to how Dranzer Spiral looked like. And I have it, so at the end of the video I'll get it so you guys can see. But at the same time, and it's a lot more accurate because of this, the attack ring on the original series did have this shape, which is really, really cool. And then I forgot what this was part. I just remember that the metal part, the plastic gem, was called the attack ring. But the plastic part, I forgot what the name of it was. The Burst series did not have this layout, so it's pretty cool that this does. And I'll compare it better when we look at the other ones, the other versions of this. And I also think that this is a deeper navy color than the original, but I still really like this a lot. So it's definitely got a weird balance to it, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty interesting. It does feel a little hollow though, it's okay. So this is pretty cool because this is like a really, really good representation and a really, really good remake in terms of how it looks. Now, in terms of performance, thankfully, this will actually probably be decent or okay enough. And I say that because the Burst one sucked. All of the Burst remakes were kind of bad. But yeah, so hopefully this will at least have some at least good use, that, and it's not going to explode in just a few hits. Now, the bad thing about this is the bit and the ratchet. These are, you know, representative of how it looked with the original, except that this is where Burst got it more accurate, because there is a spin, a mode change with the tip for the original Dranzer. It would go from semi-flat to whole flat in the original one. And again, we'll show that at the end of this video. So yeah, I don't know. This, I guess you could say, kind of passes, but for the bit, it doesn't. Hopefully once they do release a mode changing bit, if they are able to do that, which I think they'll be able to, hopefully we're gonna get something like that, and then we can make this more accurate, but unfortunately the color I don't think will be. So yeah, let's just put this on. Okay. All right. Now I want to show you guys something here too. So as you guys can see, we've got these metal prongs on top of the circle part. For this one, because of the bit beast section, the circle part is on top of the metal prongs, or sorry, the prongs. We'll get to that in a little bit. I also really like that these part over here, you can see here there's a shine, that's metal. So they really put a lot of detail on this, instead of keeping this plastic, just so it has a little bit more contact. They made it metal, so that's pretty cool. I really like that. Now from over here, I'm sorry about the shadow from my microphone. As you can see, Night Lance, you can move this around. As you can see here how the center is turning by moving the bit. Now obviously this is not going to be moving because it's not connected to that. But if you look inside, let me get a flashlight here. If you look inside, it's not coming out. But yeah, from what I've seen from other people, there's still this section under here. And let me just look over here with my own eyes. Actually, it's just one big, I think you might be able to see it over here. So it's just one thick part, so it's just going from here straight down, but there is a seam in there. So, but I do not see that little ratchet part. Yeah, okay, I got a better view of it now. It's not going to really show up on the camera, but so okay, I was wrong with that. I thought that there was a bottom part with this in here that was spinning, but it's if there is, you can't see it. It's just this going straight down, and then there's just like a seam right where underneath the one of these prongs. But yeah, so there is no launcher here, so let's just use one of the other ones. And we're gonna just launch it here on the bed, and then we'll launch it on the stadium, and then we'll do a comparison. So 3, 2, 1, let it rip, and that's how it spins. Alright, then we're gonna just do an actual launch in the stadium. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the stadium out. I don't have the cover just because I'm just gonna test launch Dranzer. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. Just to see how he's gonna behave, how he's gonna look spinning. So because he definitely has a lot more color than the other ones. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Yeah, I'm noticing that extreme line makes attack types lose stamina so much quicker, but he does look so cool spinning. Alright. So I'm gonna now go and put the stadium away, and we will compare him to the other two versions of this particular Dranzer. So the Burst remake and then the original version. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, now we have all three versions of Dranzer S out, and there's a couple of things I definitely have to talk about here. More than I thought so. So we got the Plastic Gen, the Burst series, and the the X version. So yeah, there's definitely a lot. Let's first compare the overall look at it before we look into the each parts. So here's the original, as I said. We've got the stickers here, and then we got the weight disc over here, the metal parts, right? And then we got here the bottom, the blade base with the tip. So looks wise, the Burst one is definitely smaller, as you can kind of tell, and it sticks out so much more than what the original does, which you can kind of see there. So again, Burst, original, and it does not have the hexagonal kind of looking shaped disc. So it's just a very smooth round disc, and then the bottom, the driver, at least somewhat resembles the blade base, especially with the mode change, except that the mode change here would give him it gives him a metal semi-flat, and okay, there we go, and then a flat. Here it's not a metal semi-flat, it's mostly just so we've got the flat, or the whole flat, and then just a regular plastic semi-flat. Also the color is kind of off. This is more of the navy blue, and then this is like a lighter navy blue, but it's kind of weird, the Burst one, because it looks very almost like, I feel like it's about to start becoming transparent in a way. So like it just feels like, I don't really know how to explain it. It just feels different. I don't like, it looks super plasticky and cheap. That's how the color and gloss for this makes it look. Especially with the stickers, the way that they are, they're a little bit different, and they look very like muted, and like you can soon see through it or something. That's the best way to explain that. So it's smaller. The proportions, as well, as you can see, don't really match the original. Like these are smaller, the thickness between the space is definitely different, and of course the bit beast section is a lot smaller too. So It's still a very good remake, especially because of the mode change. And it does look like it. My only complaints really is the color that they chose. Sorry, and the way that the sticker is for some reason, and also the disc. The fact that it sticks out so much more doesn't really bother me, and honestly, if we really take a look at it, it's probably not even that different because of the yeah, it's actually not that different. It's really just this is very, very thin, and then this is thick. So the original is definitely a lot thinner. It's also so brittle, this plastic. I keep forgetting how brittle the plastic for the original generation was. That it makes me really not want to even use the Beyblades because I feel like they're just gonna break. But in terms of length, these are the same size, but thickness they're different. And the reason why this looks taller, it is because this is definitely a lot smaller than the weight disc, as you can see here. So that's that basically. And now we've got the X Beyblade, the X version of it. We're probably gonna have to untie, break these apart again soon, but okay, here we go. Alright, so in terms of the original, the stickers are a lot better. This, like the attack portions of the attack ring, is definitely smaller. Like it doesn't even stick out, as you can see here from the X one. So the burst definitely has a better representation of it sticking out, even though it's a lot thicker and sticks out more due to the disc. But yeah, the X version doesn't even stick out. Sorry, my bed is also navy blue, so the color contrast is a little hard to pick some stuff up. So, but yeah, that should be a lot better to see. So these parts don't stick out on the X version, and they're right here. Also on the X version, this is metal, so using it will chip away this paint because this section here is painted. Now, obviously the bit chip can't really be like this. I don't know why they couldn't just had added an extra plastic section over here. I mean, they did so over here, or at least put these little sections together. You know, I'm kind of curious. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But shape-wise, honestly, the Dranzer part is the smallest out of all of them. As you can see, yeah, this is standing up a bit more. So yeah, Dranzer is a lot smaller. It's more just the representation of it, but then it looks like the original a little bit more because of the actual metal part of the blade, which resembles the weight disc for the original so much more, as you can see. So we've got the hexagonal shape here, and the hexagonal shape here. And all of this is metal. All of the contact points is metal, so that's pretty cool. The Dranzer here, though, I do like it a lot more than the burst version, and the stickers definitely look a lot better too. But the sticker still has this weird, like, faint translucent section, but it's not as bad as over here. It's a lot more saturated, definitely a little bit more livelier here, but still not as lively as the stickers here. It kind of makes them look wet, I suppose you could say. And also the Phoenix heads as well. It's a lot smaller on X than on the original. But then, so yeah, it gets more points because of the attack ring being similar. And the color as well. The color is definitely a lot closer. There's a little bit more purple in here, whereas over here there was a little bit more wetness. But yeah, so this is just more navy blue, and then this is like more purple navy blue. But still really, really close in color, and it's also a little bit shinier than this, but that's just because of the type of plastic they're using. I also really like that they did match the shade of the metal part of the blade with the plastic part, because they did a very good job in getting that shading correct. Like it's always interesting when they make metal resemble the plastic sections with the color. So they did a very good job in really making sure that that paint on the metal is the same one, and it will make you think that it is the plastic part. So that's pretty cool. But yes, this is also let's not count the whole metal section, let's just count this blue part. It is definitely thicker than the original, but not as thick as the burst one. And then we got to the bottom. Now the bottom is definitely a lot more representative because of how wide the ratchet is, and then the plastic metal part as well, and the tip, except that there's no stickers in the bottom. I don't know why they didn't put those. So the bottom looks the most accurate in terms of size, but then they just gave us tapered again. There's no mode change for this, so it makes this one a little bit less accurate. So it's honestly, I would still say that the burst one is a little bit more accurate given the size of the layer, given that we do have the bit chip here fully rather than having a gap over here, and the mode change and shape of this. But then in terms of the weight disc, and then the size of the bottom, and the stickers, like quality or color, and yeah, so honestly they're kind of even. If there was like a mix match between the two, it probably would be better. I think really the biggest disappointment isn't even that the Dranzer blades don't really stick out at all. It's mostly just that this is not a mode changing bit. So yeah, I think that is honestly the biggest downside to this. It would have been cool, yes, if this did stick out a little bit more, but still. But I am very, very curious, and I don't really recommend trying this, and I don't really think it's going to work. But I do wonder, and then here's the tack ring, the weight disc, if you guys want to see that. But I do wonder if, okay, that's not coming off, and I don't want to break this given how brittle the plastic is. So yeah, I'm not gonna try that. I wanted to see if I was able to get the bit beast in there, but honestly I don't think it will. Okay, actually hold on, I want it in a specific way. Yep, alright, there we go. So yeah guys, this is basically my unboxing of Beyblade X's Dranzer remake. Again, it's pretty good. I don't know how it's going to behave in battle. Hopefully it's better in battle than this is, because this literally 2 hits it bursts. It's just, I don't know why they gave these remakes so much terrible teeth. Like the teeth on all of the remakes are just terrible. But hopefully this is good. I don't know if it'll be competitive, but at least I just hope you can have some good battles with it. Even fun battles that don't end in 2 seconds just because the teeth here are horrible. Not talking bad about it, it's still good. It's a nice recollection, but still. But yeah guys, that's my unboxing for Beyblade X's Dranzer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.